go for an AP Varus build if he decides, and it will be the Varus in the end.
The Varus without a Tom Kench against all of that engage. That's a bit scary.
Leona kind of looks at Varus and says, yes, please, I'm going to ult you.
Yeah, look at her eyes. She's ready for it right now.
I think you're going to have to go cleanse here. Ruler already swapped over to it. Now we're going to try and fit in a Vel'Koz on the side of Afrika. This could be in multiple lanes. Kuro's played it in mid, and it's probably going to be against the Galio, you'd imagine. So look at the final lane assignments here. It's going to be Vladimir top lane, Yasuo mid lane hovered at the moment. Waiting to understand it. Kramer played bot lane Vel'Koz, and I guess against Varus you don't mind it. They're just going to keep swapping through. Let's see what they settle on here. There's actually arguments for all the roles, so there's not really much reason for me to explain, because there's definitely a lot of options here for the Afrika Freaks.
Well then, this is going to be Keen's first game of Vladimir, if it does not get swapped out at the last second. And there it is, Keen going to be showing off his Vladimir up against Cuvée Swain. Cuvée was 2-0 on Ryze and Swain. He received the loss on Ryze in game number 1. Will he receive another loss on one of his 2-0 champions? Could definitely happen here. It's a whole hell of a lot of damage out of Afrika. Oh boy.
They have a lot of damage, but the eventual duo lane is a bit of a hodgepodge one. Leona and also the Yasuo. Yasuo will probably build up his Steel Tempest before the Leona goes in, otherwise there's no knock-up synergy going on. In fact, only knock-up I spy with My Little Eye is, of course, Kuro in the mid lane, and his E is usually used for self-peel. Wait and see how that goes. Kuro at last picking himself the Vel'Koz, strong against the Bruiser comps that Gen.G had put together. Anivia could have been a consideration, but with the Varus there, they decide not to go for it. Keen on the Vladimir, like you mentioned. The Swain's actually considered a winning lane. Vision.
Maybe KT go ahead and just climb the ladder, no matter where they are in the top 5. I feel like they're currently the best. Tucson walking forward straight into it, nearly dies before he can flash, but it's not going to matter. First blood before Spirit can even join the fight. This is easy as you like. Well done by Ambition.
Very curious setup by Afrika Freaks when they have a level 4 Nocturne. I don't really see how that's going to...
Fantastic knockup. Oh, baby, Kuro. And here we go. Unfortunately, level 5 Rakan is just going to disappear if the Yasuo can get the knockup, and they finally turn it around.
What a sick passage of play. It's what we deserve if you get such a great play in the mid lane, is a kill going your way. It ends up being in the bot lane, but beautiful stuff. Kuro just pulled off the most complicated Vel'Koz play I've ever seen.
That's gank from the bottom side, and now they're looking to turn it around onto the Leona. So much CC onto her, but she has a stopwatch. The TPs are coming in, and look at the mid lane. Gonna go down there is the Galio, just eating way too much damage. Cuvé's here from the top side now. Keen getting a little bit too close. Is gonna have that Hemoplate proc and get him up to full health once again. But a 1 for 0, actually. Actually, 1 for 1, I suppose. That Tucson did go down in the end.
Galio goes down, just turned on by the Vladimir, and also the Nocturne. Nice play there. The Vel'Koz doing the majority of the damage. Watching the bot side, though, it's actually a very deep teleport by Galio, but he just wants to get back to lane, so I guess it's fine. And maybe this Infernal, they've been eyeing very, very temptedly for the last few...
Engage from Core JJ is going to take down Tucson on the backside. Tucson kind of baiting in the paranoia, but also gets caught out himself.
It's definitely the baits there, like you mentioned. The moment Tucson missed, they pull away, they see the teleport. Aiming also has to flash. He walks up and then, in kind of a panic, just goes for a very defensive flash, worried about dying. There's all the setup from Gen.G to take the second item, just to be able to account for Cuvée in the laning trades a bit better. Tucson walks up, they want this.
Okay, they really want to get that trundle, and there's that backline access with the laser coming in from Kuro. The double kill in Spirit is going to live, but the rest of Gen.G is going to show up. Here's Keen with his own teleport, and Kuro is just popping off on the Vel'Koz. Unbelievable. Here's Keen and the Yasuo. Maybe this is the team fight they were looking for. Cuvée is going to be researched, and there's that damage. Has to flash away. Just barely will get it out, but Ruler now trying to go 1v3 here. He gets the flash out of himself to try to get away. And there's the damage. Kuro nearly goes down from Fly. And oh boy, that fight was on a razor-thin edge. Looks like it went the way of Afrika, though.
Well, really awesome team fight to watch. So many cool plays happening, but Kuro the star for sure. Getting everything perfect on the Vel'Koz, even using the Tectonic Disruption to open up A last breath for aiming. First one of the game we've been able to see. Let's watch the replay again. The ult does come short to begin it. It's all because the Vel'Koz is set up to do damage. Rumble-esque in his setup there. But then Leona dies in the front line. Spirit is out of the fight very early, but then Kuro turns it around as E opens up the last breath. And they almost pick up more exit kills here, do a Freak of Freaks.
Just imagine a later game fight where the Vel'Koz is even more fed. The Yasuo, instead of just last breathing in and then disengaging, he's blowing up your front line. Ruler could be to go down without a fight here. They do have the Rift Herald. They're going for the mid lane turret, but with not much of a wave behind this. And oh boy, okay, gonna go 1v1 down here onto the Trundle. Spirit, he's feeling it. There's the flash forward from Keem, but Cuvée lives. But look at the front line ambition. Gonna get pretty low here, and down he should go. Staying alive for a really long time. Cuvée still super low, but Tucson engaging a little bit too much. Ruler had a really good position over the front of the wall, doing that damage over it. Just gonna be a 1-for-1 in the end.
Kuro's able to do so much damage, doesn't matter, the 1-for-1, but so little to actually separate.
Ambition not scared to fight here with this pillar. I wanted to point out that CoreJJ actually took his own Knight's Vow second, and he put it on Ambition. They really want to keep this guy alive. Oh, that thought is Kuro's just going to be caught out in a huge way. There's the engage. He goes down. He talked about who dies first. That's going to be 2 kills for the Varus. Can you make it 3? 1 Q would do it. Meanwhile, on the backside, Tucson goes down. A big mistake, and Gen G will run away with the fight.
Base check from Kuro is going to be so costly. This could be Inhibitor and Baron. They're actually shouting. Who knows? They're going to try and push as much as they can.
I mean, we're already here at 28
Could just be the end of the game.
There's 30 seconds on 4 members. I think that's going to do it. As one mistake like that, and I feel like the fans are dumbfounded. How did this happen? You can't really make mistakes like that in pro play because Gen G, they're going to shove it down your throat. That will be game number 2 going over to the side of Gen G in astounding fashion.
There you go. Game ends. Aiming can do nothing. Just watch on as Gen G close the game. You would have predicted a 3-game series, we get one, but the fashion in which it was engineered was certainly surprising.
Definitely a weird one. You talked about who dies first. If your Vel'Koz is going to disappear and the rest of the team is going to get debated in with you, well, Varus is going to have a hell of a time in the back line. He was even frontlining there, as there was just nothing for Afrika to fall back upon. Gen G, they will happily scoop that win up and tie the series up. Sure, they were sad about losing game number 1. It was close at times, but game number 2, they take one fight, and that's all it took to bring this to game 3.
We got a lot of good moments here, Gen G. It didn't look like things would come together, but it comes together in that big team fight, the pick onto Kuro.